Good morning, friends. I am here to present you in before the module 4 of our BSc subsidiary zoology, and you have more to learn about economic botany, right? Economic botany is a classification of plants based upon their utility for the human mankind. Okay, so they have been used across the country. The plants are being used for different purposes, isn't it? So today we are going to learn about that. How the plants are being classified. Okay, so that is all about, and you could see that there are many ways for the utility of plants and the classification of plants based upon their economic property. So that economic product or the product that is obtained from plants is quite interesting. You can classify agronomic classification of the plant like cereals or grain crops, legumes for seed, forage for crops, fiber crops, sugar crops, and oil crops. This is how we are going to classify, and this is the different classifications that you have to learn for your BSc paper. That is a pulses, how much pulses we are obtaining from the plants, timber yielding plants, tuber crops, beverage, fiber yielding plants, cereals, biofertilizers, oil yielding plant, latex yielding plants, spices, and ornamentals. Today we are going to learn about that pulses. Pulses means the scientific name is Vigna radiata. That is a green gram, and the green gram belongs to the family Fabaceae. Okay, and the Fabaceae family, otherwise called as Leguminosae family. Bean we are calling as green gram, and the green gram that the endosperm of the plant is very nutritive. They are proteinaceous food, and you could see the root of this plant. There is nitrogen fixing bacteria which fixes the nitrogen to the soil, and for intercropping and this is a very ideal plant. And this plant will the mung bean extract will reduce the blood sugar level, glucose level. It's an antioxidant activities showing. So the scientific name of this mung dal is our Vigna radiata, belongs to the family Fabaceae, and the morphologically important part is the seed, that is the endosperm. Okay, and next we'll move to that another family, that is Iseraeatinum. In Malayalam we are saying as Kadala, and this also again coming under the family Leguminosae or Fabaceae. Papilionaceae subfamily, Bengal gram or chickpea we are calling as, right, and it is having very rich amount of iron, sodium, copper, zinc, and this proteinaceous Caesarea is being used as a source of food. It is rich in folic acids and a lot of phytocompounds like saponins. The morphologically useful part is the green, that is that endosperm is very nutritive and very good, and it is having lot of medicinal property, and most of the what in our locality or in our area, this is Iseraeatinum is worldwide it is being used. Okay, now we'll have the discussion of the timber yielding plant. Timber yielding plant is a Tectona grandis. Teak we are saying as teak, or teak we are saying in Malayalam. Lamiaceae family, this is belonging to, and the main use is the wood. The wood is very solid, very durable, and it is used to make lot of things like boards, outdoor furnitures. And this plant itself is having a lot of medicinal property. The oil, the seed oil is being used as an enhancer. In disorders it is being used, and it is having medicinal application in another side also. It is acting as astringent and diuretic, and it is acting as the wood is again acting as a herbal tonic for digestive related problems. So this is how, this is the fruit of that teak plant of Tectona grandis that belongs to the family Lamiaceae. And next timber yielding plant is a rosewood, and the rosewood is again Dalbergia sisto. North Indians also is the common name. That is a secondary xylem, that is a very durable secondary xylem is there. It is used for making expensive furnitures. It goes little bit higher, right? So you have the furniture of rosewood. It is very costly, and it is used for making other items, and this also again belongs to the family families. And you have the tuber crops, that is our famous kappa we are saying as Malayalam, Manihot esculenta or Manihot utilissima. The leaf in some areas they are used as salad, and the basic important part is a tuber, that is a tuber yielding plant. They are used in cooking purpose, and the Euphorbiaceae family. This belongs to Euphorbiaceae family. Now we have our beverage, that is our tea. That is tea is coming under the family Poaceae, and the scientific name is the Camellia sinensis. Camellia sinensis. The tea leaves is very antioxidant. They are very good for people having heart attack risk, and for stroke. It is very digestive, soothing properties there, for very effective for your digestion. For weight loss, lot of green tea is available for your weight loss. And this is basically the leaves. The tender leaf is an important part. The leaf buds are very important. That is the one giving what you could see, that caffeine, lot of just like coffee, you could see lot of alkaloid rich components. Tannins are also available, and this is very effective for your body to get a refreshment drink. And next comes our, what is the famous thing, that is a coffee arabica. That is coming under the Rubiaceae family, and the Rubiaceae family coffee arabica is mainly caffeine is a basic component, that is alkaloid that is present, and it is again the seed that has been crushed. The dried seed of the coffee has been crushed, and we get the coffee powder. It is a main source of caffeine. Dried ripe seed is having very important quality, and it is used as a flavoring agent for many stuffs. They are being used, and it is having good commercial application also. And this is what we have learned today. So in today's section we have learned importance of beverages, pulses, timber yielding plant. Now next is a fiber yielding plant. The fiber yielding plant, the famous cotton, that the fiber, that is gossypium, and the fiber is very tensile in strength. They are used in wider application in furnishings and textile industry. The fiber is very much increasing, and you could see the morphologically important seed. Okay, the seed is also, seed oil is being extracted, and root cotton root bark is also being used for abortifacient. That hairy like struck fiber is being used for our for our textile industry to make cloth. And next fiber yielding plant, the famous fiber yielding plant is our Cocos nucifera, that is coming under family Araceae. Coconut is the name. This coir is a mesocarp. The fruit is having lot of layers, right? Pericarp, mesocarp, epicarp, endocarp. So the mesocarp region is that the fiber, and this fiber is being used as a substitute for sphagnum peat, that is for potting. Instead, this is coir peat we are using. It is very economical and environment friendly product. Okay, and this is being, the coir is a very useful for making different items like brushes, ropes, fishing nets. It's very hard. The water retention property is very good. That's why it's acting as our for potting mixture. It is being used. So today's class we have learned about the pulses. We have learned about that timber yielding plant, beverage, and coir, that means fiber yielding plant, then tuber crop also we have learned through. And this section is quite interesting for that students, those who learn economic botany. Economic botany part, it is very important. I hope this is clear for you. Okay, thank you. Thank you so much.